We'll see. All right, it says we're live. I'm going to do a page refresh real quick. Just double check everything is still working. Maybe 2 this time. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome to a new year. We'd like to welcome everybody to Charlton's Originals and Narragansett Presents episode 15. Jamie Huntington. We're here with the incredible Jamie Huntington. Yeah, all right.
Excited. It's actually my first time ever, I guess, being on a podcast or a live stream or whatever.
Yeah, well, there you go. Thank you for being a part of it. I appreciate you. Thank you for starting the new year off right. Yeah. And thank you for everything you do. You've played at Charlton's a lot. That's where I got to meet you. I met you at the open mic that Derek runs, which I hear you're playing that tonight. Is that right?
Yes. I forget. Was the first one like right before COVID hit and messed everything up?
Yeah, it seems like it. I met you before COVID, I remember, because you were playing there, and then COVID kind of threw things off a little bit.
Yeah.
But, luckily, Charlton's is we're able to find a safe place where we can all play music. Derek will be hosting the open mic tonight, which you've been going to be a part of. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. How long have you been jamming with Derek, if you don't mind?
I've been playing guitar, so So kind of a backstory on this. So he used to teach lessons at a at a Presbyterian church that my family attended growing up. I want to say when I was in like 8th grade or maybe a little bit before then. And I guess I guess about, I want to say, I'm terrible with math, but I want to say like 11 years ago, just got plugged into like the worship team there. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
And then you can ask Derek about this, but he worked there as like band director and staff musician, and he, I guess, taught guitar lessons there on a weekly basis.
No kidding. Wow.
And we were planning to get some guitar lessons together, but given the pandemic situation, we were gonna aim for the end of the summer, like maybe like end of July-ish, early August. And then given the pandemic situation, we haven't been able to do that, which I would imagine guitar lessons are kind of hard to give during a pandemic.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, a lot of people have converted over to online, so I'm sure that might be a way to do stuff. During the pandemic, how are you inspiring yourself to play music? What are you doing to keep yourself active?
I guess when it became clear that we were not going to be able to have any in-person open mics for a while, I just so through my college UGA, because I've played at like not just Charlton's, but I guess I've been playing at like maybe 2 or 3 other arenas at the time. And once it became clear that I would not be able to do any of those for a while, I started launching my digital performances called Jamming with Jamie. And it was if you've been following my Facebook postings, they would be on like Wednesdays, and I would have somebody like help me out with the Zoom stuff, because even at this point, after using Zoom for maybe, what is this, January, I guess 8 or 9 months at this point, I still have issues with it, because I know that that's not the same as like the physical gathering. No, that's not the same as playing in person. But right now, I'm, given the pandemic situation, I'm limited from that. Right. But I'm ultimately hoping I'm hoping that I can't wait for the day till that starts opening back up and we're all able to be together again. But I feel like through like doing stuff virtually, and I remember talking with somebody about this, but I guess the benefit of like talking to somebody virtually, like on Zoom, you know, kind of like what we're doing, even though we're not on Zoom, is you kind of get to meet up with people that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to in actual person.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. The Charlton show, the originals, we've had artists from all over different parts of the world, all over the country perform, and it's been pretty interesting seeing how it's branched out.
Yeah, you mean like even if they don't live in the Atlanta area?
Yeah. We usually, what we do is we do a 6:30 live stream slot, and try to like have performers from all over. When we started initially doing the pandemic, people, some people are in a situation like myself. My father has emphysema, so they can't go out and risk, and I felt bad that they maybe didn't have an outlet that they could perform. So that's why I left it open. But then it turned into just from Atlanta musicians to all sorts of different musicians and all sorts of different performances. Yeah. Now we're doing stand-up and all sorts of stuff. It's interesting how things have changed. And if you can adapt with it, then hopefully, you can see light at the end of the tunnel and stick with it.
Yeah.
So, do you write your own original songs, or do you covers?
Not really. I mean, not really.
Okay, is that something you've ever tried to do, or something you're interested in?
I guess I'm not sure.
Okay. What are your favorite like musical musicians? Who inspired you?
Musicians. Oh gosh. Because I remember learning like a lot of like Eric Clapton songs growing up.
Is that because of your family? Is your dad like a Clapton?
No, because my so it's funny. So about the time I started taking guitar lessons, both my dad and my brother met my guitar teacher, the person I was going to be taking lessons with, at a Quick Trip. I think probably right before I started, like right before my first lesson with him. And then I guess that really got me excited for taking lessons with him. And then did that for 11 years, and then moved to college. And then once I got there, I started taking lessons with another guy, and I guess I feel so the guy that I started taking lessons with, his name is Dave. And the guy that I started taking lessons with when I moved, his name is Corey. And I feel like well, I guess like Corey's approach was kind of more like classical and a more like steel string, so it was kind of hard because I think he mainly played and listened to classical music. But he
was he teaching you more like scales and things like that? As opposed to, okay.
I guess, and he's more like for a song, he has to either see like the chord chart or a tab. Whereas this other person can like pull it off YouTube and like look it up and try to figure out like okay, like that's going like or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah. It's funny how music, there's so many different ways to learn it, and you can also like not go to school and learn any of it and still know how to play it. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
It's such an art, it's such a feeling, you can't, I don't think that you can teach technically everything to learn about music, but even if you didn't have that information, there's a feeling inside of you that can pour out if you just know how to do, the different chords in the different, places where the correct sounds.
Yeah.
So how do you feel what have you learned on a guitar that you think that,
let's see. So Like, do you want me to play something or what?
I'd love you to play a song, but I was wondering, do you know like any tips or any like I don't know, I guess like tips for other guitar players that maybe you've learned?
I something I've learned along the way is you can play, believe it or not, you can play a chord maybe like 4 or 5 different ways on the guitar. And I guess that really depends on like the sound you're trying to aim for. So like, for example, I remember when I first learned how to play an E chord. All right, I'm gonna try to get this so you can see my neck.
I can see it. Yeah.
This is like the basic way that
I can see both of your necks.
Yeah. So like, so this is how I learned it when I first learned how to play the guitar, and then I guess
is that plugged into an amp? It sounds great. It sounds great. It sounds amazing.
Hold on, let me
It sounds better than both of us. Well, better than me anyway. Prince agrees.
Yeah, hold on.
It's a really pretty guitar you have. What
yeah.
Which one do you have there?
This is sorry. This is a Dean. Yes, as it says up here. So I got it my sophomore year of high school. And I've been using this guitar ever since. This is my go-to guitar. I love it. But yeah, as it says up here in the headstock, Dean, Dean.
Do you know who is Dean?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. It's probably not Jimmy Dean. He couldn't do sausage and great guitars. That would be too much for one. Oh my god! So, but it's a beautiful guitar.
So to go back to the E chord, and then I've also learned that you can also play an E chord, I guess, way up here in the neck, and literally had no idea this was an option until I'm not sure what song, but just like the beautiful, like, just
sounds great.
Yeah. The benefits of like power chords and being able to play like a different chord like up on the neck, and which is why sometimes when I'm singing at open mic, I like, if I need to do a song in the key of E, I will take my capo and put it on the 2nd fret and then play as if I'm in the key of D, which I guess is kind of a great key to play.
Sounds great. Sounds pretty. Yeah.
Got a G chord to work with, and then a nice C minor. Okay, and then also, okay, so the last time I was at Derek's which was right after Christmas. I played, and I'm going to continue to play the song again tonight. The song "Here Comes the Sun" by the Beatles, which
that's crazy. I was thinking that's great. That you wow, that's crazy. I was exactly thinking that chord sounds like "Here Comes the Sun." I didn't want to say anything, but I was jamming to that earlier. I love "Here Comes the Sun."
I'm honestly debating like if tonight I should sit down for it, because I guess it was a little bit more complicated pulling off, standing up. But oh my gosh,
sounds so pretty.
I'm not sure. I feel like I pushed myself with this song because I'm not really used to like picking.
Yeah.
On the acoustic, I usually save that more for the electric. So usually, like I said, I'll probably just strum to the chords like. Yeah.
Sounds great. Wow. That's actually my father's favorite band is the Beatles. And my father's favorite songwriters, he's got a lot, but Paul McCartney and John Lennon are his. When my father started writing songs, he wanted to be like John Lennon and Paul McCartney in one person.
Yeah.
That, not out of ego, out of inspiration, because he thought that those two guys were the best two songwriters.
Yeah.
And of all the Beatles songs, that's his favorite song. So that means a lot to me. That's crazy that you would play that just by coincidence. I think it sounds good. That's cool. I know what you're talking about. On an electric guitar, the strings are a little thinner, so it is easier to do runs where doing things like that. So it can be a little tougher on an acoustic guitar. But from what I hear, it sounds really great. It sounds like you really got it down. And I'm excited for the audience at Charlton's tonight. That's cool. They get to hear such a classic. That's a great song. So how is the school going? Is everything going good?
Everything's going good, even though, well, it is kind of, weird and different, with the pandemic.
Yeah. What's that like? What's it like going to college during a pandemic? You guys have masks on all the time?
Yeah.
Like even class, you have a mask on?
Yeah, which I would imagine we're going to be wearing masks for quite some time, even with this vaccine, even with people getting vaccinated.
Right. Yeah, it's going to take a while. And then also the virus is mutating, so there's no telling what other vaccines they'll need to counter all the different. And that's crazy. I feel so bad for people going to school. I see, you can see kids wearing masks and stuff now, and it's just like that's their normal reality now.
Yeah.
And like college is supposed to be, it's the time where you grow up, and you're really growing up at a different time, man. That's crazy. Please stay safe down there and make sure you take care of yourself and do.
I'm trying to be as safe as possible.
Yeah, everything you can.
I'm about to, like I said, I'm about to go ice skating with a friend at 1:30 today. And last time I went ice skating was like right before COVID hit and messed everything up. But we're gonna try to do it. We're honestly not sure how it's gonna work out, given the pandemic situation. But we're hoping we can do that.
Yeah. Well, just stay safe. Don't fall on the ice either. There could be another. Sure. You got problems above and below on that one.
Yeah.
So be careful both ways. But yeah.
But that's
good. That's good that you're fine. I mean, it's a new reality that we need to live with, and it's important not to be afraid of it. You can do things if you do things smartly and safely, I think, and think things out ahead of time. So
which I remember I played at another arena that Derek has. And I played there right before Thanksgiving. And then I do understand that they're like hand sanitizing stations. So like my family, like we wore masks and then there was like a hand sanitizing station like right at the door. And then I just went back because I had to go to the bathroom, and then I ran back, and then it was like right before I was about to perform, and I like got some hand sanitizer on my hands But yeah, so I'm trying to be, because I know they're being very generous with this hand sanitizer, so I'm trying to use as much of it as I possibly can.
I understand. Yeah, I mean that's what you have to do. Just be safe is the most important thing.
Yeah,
as long as we all do that, take care of each other. We're all in this one together, so we all got to work together. On this one. That's the way it works out. So. But speaking of which, I'd like to thank you for being a part of Charlton's and everything. You really,
thank you so much.
It's great. I know Derek loves you. We all love you. And it's a real honor to have you be a part of the show. And I really hope to stay safe. Make sure you get your education in, but stay safe and know that you always get a place with us at Charlton's.
Yeah.
You can hear Jamie. You're going to jam tonight, right? At Charlton's?
Yes.
Do you know what time you'll be there jamming?
I'm not sure.
Okay. The show starts around 6:30 is usually when Derek gets it up, and then it goes kind of until people don't want to jam anymore. It's a great show.
Stops.
Until the music stops. Derek is a fantastic person. He runs fantastic sound.
Jason,
and I would definitely check him out.
I will share this lastly. Well, a couple things. Number one, I'm thankful for a time we had this morning. Number two, I feel like if I had never met Derek, if he had never told me, because I think this was like end of February, beginning of March, he started telling me about this new place in Alpharetta that he was doing, and I'm like, yeah, I'll come check it out. I feel like if I had not been performing in open mics, because I first started playing at open mics, I guess about a couple of years ago. If I hadn't done that, I know that I would not be where I am musically today if it weren't for him, mentoring me and discipling me, when I was younger, when I was around like 8th grade, high school, all that. Yeah, I'm very thankful for that. And that's something to be thankful for, even in this pandemic.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you guys have like a father-son relationship.
Yeah,
and I feel like Derek's like that with a lot of people. He's a wonderful person, and he's a real, he's a good person to talk to, and he runs an incredible show. So definitely, Tuesday night, check it out. Tonight you'll be there, Jamie,
sure.
And Derek will be there, and a host of other wonderful musicians. And Jamie, I'd like to thank you again for your time, and thank you for sharing your talents with us.
Thank you so much. All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah, be safe, when you're in school and everything. And
I will
talk to you soon. Be well.
All right, bye.